Yeah, sorry, I look like a turtle. I literally had the worst sunburn. Oh, it was crazy. But it's like peeling everywhere. So, um, but basically, I really didn't want to do this video, but I have to. No, I don't. I just want to do it. Okay. So I like when I was in Turks and Caicos, I was basically just in the hot tub, and there are these two people that kept looking at me, and I just didn't want to say anything because obviously I love talking to people, and talking to people is my hobby. No, it's not because I'm very socially awkward, and if you're a person, I don't want to talk to you. Basically, she said, "Lol." I was texting my friend all of this, by the way. So she said, "Lol, just tell them to fuck off." And then I said, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, just go down and subscribe. And because I was relating to the remaking musically video, and she didn't know I had a channel. I don't know why, but I asked if I should say fuck off or fuck off, me. Um, and then she said, just scream fuck off. If and if they said fuck off, me, they would laugh at you. And then I was like, I know. But make sure. And she said to make sure there's no little children around because obviously I'm too young to go into the adult section of the pool area. So I had to go to the children's area, but it's not really children. I mean, there are a lot of ugly kids there. And then I also saw some little girl, and she was getting dressed out of her swimsuit, and her dad was covering um, the front, but not her back. And I glanced, and I was like, nope, back to texting. And she was like, is she like 5 and up? And I was like, no, more like 4 and up. And she's like, okay, don't push it. And then, oh yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, so I basically said, so someone was like, if you're gonna bring a girl home, don't bring that girl. And she pointed to a fuck girl, basically. And then I explained what fuck girls and fuck boys do. And it was basically just really funny. So you guys can read the texts yourself if you want to. Okay, so there's this game that I play. It's called Birdie Trip. It's a good game, not sponsored by the way. But it is a good game. Damn, you're really loud. Shut up. So basically, it's really fun. You guys should go download it. Remember, not sponsored, but if Birdie Trip, if you want to sponsor me, you can. I mean, sure. Um, but this bird I'm playing right now is called David, and David, I just killed another bird. So basically, you have these missions, and then you collect birds. It's like Flappy Birds, kind of, but basically, you collect birds and do these missions. And one of the Davids was just lightning bolted, and then you like dodge all these obstacles, collect different birds, and I just died. No ads. Come on, stop. So basically, it's a good game, and you guys should go download it on the App Store. I don't know if it's on Android, but it's okay. It's good. So I am back in New York / New Jersey, and Turks and Caicos was like, all right. I mean, the weather was actually pretty nice. Story time, good. So basically, we're going to start our story time about Turks and Caicos. So basically, when we got to Turks, just a blast and a blast of heat just came into my face. And was like I was also wearing a sweater. I don't know why, and I was dying. Like, so I was so hot. And but the plane's not like a regular airport. It's like it you have to they bring these stairs, and then you have to get out the plane and go onto the ground and walk into the airport. And the line was so long, like you don't know how long it was. It was But last time we were there, it was like really long. But the line went very short, and then once we like got out, there was another big line. So annoying. But then we got to our hotel room. Then we just basically relaxed. And the next day, um, oh yeah, so I just basically went to the pool and the hot tub, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. And these people, some people, kids were like looking at me and like we're getting a little close, and I was like, "Get away from me! I don't know you." So yeah, that was not great because I don't really want to talk to you. And then we had dinner, and we basically ate like pizza and sushi, and then half the table um felt a little sick, so they had to go. It was all right. And then so I was with my friend, and we were at the beach by ourselves, and it was dark, and it was nighttime. And if you look like across, because it's like a curve, like shaped thing, abyss, black abyss. It was crazy. And then there were these kids, these three girls, and they were doing this. You, let's name them Janice, Shaniqua, and Patricia. So basically, Shaniqua was a small child, and she was on the top. Then Janice and Patricia were holding Shaniqua like with their hands up. Then Shaniqua falls onto the sand, and then Patricia and Janice fell with her, and it was hilarious. And me and my friend just laughed so hard, but like also a little quiet so they wouldn't hear us. And then we sat back down, and these other boys, they were playing tag, but they were so rough. Like whenever they would tag someone, they would push them on the floor. It was crazy. And then, but they were like a family, so and like cousins and siblings. They were all from California. And then, oh sorry. And then basically we we were talking about them a little bit, but it's okay, not too much. And we started talking about other stuff, and we were just like talking about random things. And then the girls and the boys came up to us and just surrounded us. And me and my friend were so scared. And they were like, were you guys eavesdropping on us? And then, or like talking about us? And then I was like, no, no. And then my friend, she was like, yeah, because you were hilarious and stupid. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm trying to keep our cover low, and then you're blurting out with your honesty. Like, no, please stop. And then we just had a whole like conversation, and I'm like, line up and for Q&A, and then they didn't, and it was really awkward. And then they asked us some questions, and it was not great. And, okay, next day. So basically, it was like third day, and it was 2 days before we were going to go and go back here. And then there were these kids, they were playing Marco Polo. I was laughing so hard because it was so funny. Like, one person was like, I don't want to play. And then the other person was like, come on. And then their moms came and was like, be quiet. And I'm like, okay. I was just laughing. And then I can't remember if I talked to them. Oh, yeah. Oh. So one of like their moms, I think, came up to me and they're like, oh, what's your name? And I basically just told her things about me. And then then the kids came and they were like, hi. And then I was like, hi. It was like really awkward. And then I just went somewhere else. And then later they started talking to me, and now we're like best friends. So it was great. Now the second to last day, which is day 4, I was going snorkeling, and it was so nice, but I don't have a GoPro because I'm cheap. So, yeah, so it was great. I was like in the water, and well, duh, it's like the coral reef. So we were on the boat, and we were at this coral reef, and it was so nice. And last time I did snorkeling there, it was like 2 years ago, and it was just so cloudy. It was so dark and scary. But this time it was like beautiful colors everywhere. And then I was like looking at the fish, and then this fish, this like medium-sized parrotfish, comes to me and goes. "Rrr." I'm like, no, get away from me, get. And I was wearing like these little flipper things, and I just went almost like hit it in the face. And I'm like, oh my god, a parrotfish almost attacked me. That's a good title. Yeah. Okay. So basically, um, yeah, this parrotfish just comes along, and I'm like, get away from me. It just like almost bites me. I'm like, do you know? If you guys don't know what a parrotfish is, then I don't know what you're doing because um, if it's not going on that side, no, it is on that side. Yeah, parrotfish right there. I'll show you a picture. And I was like, nope, mm. And then I went back, and it was great. It was nice. Last day, it was alright. It was great. So we basically just came back, and it was all fine. This is the end of the video. If you guys liked it, then give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, go subscribe down below. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it'll be all down in the description below.